Hi guys, my name is TJ. Why are you laughing? That was a serious one.
Bless and love.
All right, you start. Tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora, my name is TJ.
And my name is Huri.
And we're TJ and Huri. We're based in Tauranga. I'm originally from Aotearoa.
And I'm originally from, I grew up in Tauranga.
So yeah. Huri and I met on the side of the street
On the street, yeah.
at 3 a.m. in the morning. Not even joking. One day I was busking a bit of cash. One day I was busking and I needed a bit of cash. And it was 3 a.m. in the morning in Tauranga, and I met his friends actually. And they said, oh, we know this guy who sings really well and he runs the karaoke on one of the bars that used to be there called Flanagan's. Doesn't exist anymore, but eventually met this guy. He started singing songs and we realized actually we kind of get into the same music, and then kind of just went from there.
Yeah. What kind of got me into music? I was sort of brought up with music. I got quite a musical family. I was brought up by my grandparents for quite a big chunk of my life, and obviously my grandmother was a singer. My grandfather played the guitar, so you know. Nowadays we look back at our childhood traumas, but I think it might be this is a pretty good thing because obviously I'm into music now. But growing up, my grandparents, they always had a lot of parties, and all their mates would come over, and you know, through these thin walls, all you heard was, you know, all this beautiful music coming from out of the kitchen. So a lot of us growing up, even all my cousins and that, we learned all these old songs, so hence why I like old music.
Yeah. So I got into music mostly because of my family as well. It just kind of was ubiquitous all around me. Flash word. Mum was singing, my dad sang, played guitar, all his uncles and aunties and his grandparents were all into music, so kind of just grew up around it. But in terms of when I wanted to become a musician, I think I might have been around 8 or 9 years old. And my grandmother bought me a Carlos Santana record, Black Magic Woman. It was a remaster of the album, and I heard that album and I was like, I think I want to play guitar for the rest of my life. And then, yeah, from there it kind of grew. So I'm about 8 or 9. Yeah. Since doing music, some of the big achievements we've had are definitely touring the whole country, like from the top to the bottom, all the way up north, all the way down to Invercargill, just being able to see the whole country and perform for people who we never thought would turn up to watch us. And then obviously the One Love Festival, twice now we've played there. That's been a huge privilege. But I think more importantly is just every time we play, people are, especially within Māori culture, but just anyone really, they get a sense of nostalgia when they come in. So just to see people being happy, and there's a lot of sad things that are happening in the world right now, and just to give them a moment of happiness during that 1 or 2 hours they're with us is probably the best feeling.
Mine are very much the same. Obviously we've travelled to Australia too, taking a sort of home to all our Kiwis and that living over in Australia that want some sort of sense of home. We get people that would come up to us like in Australia and they're crying, like, you know, they miss home, but obviously they've made this life in this other country, their families and stuff, and they're But yeah, that's one of my proudest achievements anyway, is just playing music. We love to people that love that sort of same music as well.
I think if I was to give any advice to anyone wanting to pursue music, the main thing is that you should want to do it. If you weren't going to get paid, or if you weren't going to be famous because of it, would you still do it? And if the answer is genuinely yes, then you should pursue it. and the rest will come. But even if they don't come, one piece of advice my mother gave me was, boy, I'd rather you be poor and doing what you love than being rich and then doing something you absolutely hate. So make sure you love doing music first, because it's not easy. But yeah, if you love it, then go for it.
Yeah. Well, personally myself, my all-time idol, I'm really into country music. Grew up with country music. So one artist that I really wanted to see live actually play, but he's passed on now, was an artist, Mel Haggard. He was one of my all-time idols, and he's someone that I'd really would have loved to work with. And then another one here from home, his name was Prince Tuiteka. He was another one too that I would have really loved to work with. And he was also an idol and a name that all Māori households know this man. So yeah,
Mariah Carey. No. Yeah, I think if I was to collaborate with any artist, Joe Satriani would be the top pick. I'd also like to collaborate with Marley. He seems like someone that's, definitely a big artist I like listening to at the moment. Josh Tatofi, he's another one. Yeah, and Fiji. What I think makes a good song is when the artist has a message and the message can be conveyed through that music, and without explaining the song, people get it.
It sounds like a country song.
Yeah, pretty much, but it can be any genre. So if you're writing a song and it's about hurt, you've lost someone, if the artist doesn't have to say this song is about blah blah blah,
you automatically
and people can just feel that straight away just through the music alone, then that to me is a good song. What we want to achieve for 2025 and really the next 5 years is hits. Just more hits, more success. We want to do a tour, release an album, and I think that's the main thing there.
And then hopefully tour the Pacific Islands.
Yeah, tour the Pacific Islands. Definitely want to go to Hawaii, the Cook Islands, Samoa, Tonga, the whole lot. And and just keep enjoying life, enjoying music.
And get skinny.
Yeah, speak for yourself. Anyway, that's the wrap. Again, I'm TJ.
And I'm Huri.
And we're TJ and Huri. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, and if you want to check us out, you can find us on all our platforms, Facebook, YouTube, anything like that, TJ and Huri.
Give us a follow and be on the lookout for some new music.
Check.
Let's push.